How's it going, guys? We're here to check out the skin picks for this week, and we're starting off with a fun little summer set from Milo. Originally, this was going to be like a different kind of like scuba diver kind of thing, but he decided, well, I don't know, need a little theme that went with it, and he went with, well, it's summer, so why not? So we've got ice cream bars, we've got watermelon beach balls, we've got the ducky stayed, which I'm pretty happy about, but we got some little sea stars added now, and a big one on the back. I really like the back of it now. I think the old back looked a little bit weird, and I think this really kind of brought it to life. It's a very silly and happy skin, and I think that's something that could bring joy to everyone's summer. But what I like here, I don't know if it was done on purpose, but the mask is cracked and kind of filling with water, and there's a fish in there already, and I don't know, it just kind of made me think of the salty tears that everyone has in this game. So, but one way or another, I'm sure it's probably just, you know, a mask filling up to be funny. But yeah, Milo did a great job. Next, we've got just a chest plate, but this is something people have been asking for a long time. The guy who made the original Templar face mask never made a chest piece, and I don't think they make skins anymore. So we actually had Moose come in and make this really nice chest piece to go along with it. So it's kind of a continuation of the set, but not quite the same person. But hey, I think everyone would be just happy to see a Templar piece anyways. So there you go, it's a nice one that matches it. It looks like there might be something wrong with the normals. I know the workshop's been a little bit weird, but there's plenty of time to fix that before Thursday. Then, of course, everybody's favorite set right now is the Apocalyptic Night set. And while we're waiting on the high-qual chest piece and face mask, which we all hope will get in, Johnny delivered us with some gloves, and again, it has that very, you know, Far Cry New Hope, Borderlands kind of, you know, Brink kind of look to it. Well, I keep bringing that game up, but no one played it. But anyways, it's got these nice purples and everything you expect from it. It's got that nice punk look, you know, something Raiders would definitely really love, and I love how metal the boots look. He actually made it look like there's chunks of metal putting these boots together, and I think that's really, really awesome. I haven't seen anything like that since maybe the plating for the armored army boots, so it's been a while for that. This is definitely a really, really cool boot set right there. Next, we got our deployables, starting with a couple sleeping bags. The first one is from Mishka, and the whole thing is made to look like it is made out of cardboard. I think he did a really good job. In addition to that, I'm pretty sure the pillow is an old newspaper, so that's pretty great as well. For the hobo lifestyle a lot of people have in Rust, this is definitely a sleeping bag that would fit into this world quite well. And I love how he somehow took the very rounded look of this sleeping bag and squared it off to really make it look like bent cardboard. That's just an extra little detail there that I think is awesome. Over here, we've got a fancy sleeping bag brought to us by Kosum, and I think a collaboration with Little Ranger, I want to say. I'll have to double check that, but one way or another, it's listed under Kosum. It fits that kind of fancy Louis Vuitton set that we've seen. You know, there's like a box that kind of has this look to it and everything. So hey, if you ever want to look like you're rocking a Louis sleeping bag with some barbed wire, well, here you go. You can look nice and fancy when you take your night rest. Moving on, Keck has made a box to match his crazy looking awesome door. And there's not much to say other than just check it out, guys. This whole thing is just awesome. We've got these crazy little dudes back here and all sorts of interesting stuff going on every side. And then you've got Sunrise written right here with a little eye staring at you where the keyhole would normally be. I love the creativity of this thing, and it's just artistically very, very beautiful. Next, of course, I've gotten 1,000 PMs from all of you. Where's the vampire furnace? Well, guys, it's in between videos. Here we go. There it is. We've got it. This is probably one of my favorite pieces in his set. I think the furnace just looks absolutely amazing, whether it's lit or not. It does not glow at night unless it is on. But that glow is just crazy. It's like a purpley red color. And I don't know if that's supposed to be the color. I thought maybe it would be purple like the furnace, but you know, furnaces glitch out sometimes. But hopefully this is on purpose, because I actually really love the fact of how this one looks. It's not quite red, and it has that purpley kind of mixed into it. So definitely a nice one there. Next up, we've got a couple of sheet metal doors for you, starting with this tree door from Fora, and this is, again, a very artistically pleasing thing. And the nice thing about it is that It looks really beaten and torn. This door has seen some weather, it's seen some effect, probably a good amount of nakeds bashing the rock against it. And it's always good when a skin feels rusty and rust. It's just one of those things that fits in. Both sides, of course, are identical, as you would expect with most sheet metal doors. Next up from Vitalik, we've got a continuation. We got the garage door, so now there's a sheet metal door to match it. And not only does it have the cute little boat, but we've got a cute little submarine. And, you know, staring at this, it makes me kind of wish there was a submarine event in Rust. Or maybe we can make our own little scrap submarines one day, who knows. But definitely love to dream with this door. Next, we've got 3 awesome garage doors, starting with this diner door. The diner for everyone, 149, 24 hours. That's quite the commitment. But hey, most of us Rust people don't really have a life anyways, and we're on here pretty much 24/7. So I think Andre knew that was the truth, and this garage door just fits perfectly. Kind of makes me wish we could cook hot dogs in Rust and actually vend them. That would be kind of fun. Next, we've got this crazy scrappy looking door. And I think Kazdor has done an amazing job this week, and I had to go ahead and show both his skins. Didn't want to wait because they match. So we've got this garage door, and later I'll be showing you the AK that matches it. I love how it's all just scrapped together with the pieces, and you can just barely see through the cracks. So some people will like this for the aesthetic, but I know some people who want to hide loot behind it probably won't want people peering in to see there's actual loot hidden behind there. One way or another, I think it's a very creative door, and I love the scrappy look of it. Lastly, from World, we've got this other awesome garage door, and it's made from an old container, and I think a mini-copter just blew up in the distance. It's made from an old container door. You can see there's graffiti all over it. The graffiti doesn't even make sense. It looks like someone just scribbled all over it with a spray can. But I love the fact that it's like the door sideways, so it still looks like something that could actually roll up, which is a prerequisite for the garage doors in the first place. So that is pretty nice there. And of course, the rollers, it looks like we've got kind of just an old stained, mossy, dirty old roller for this one. Back here, again, it looks, it kind of looks like either it used to be painted a different color and it's scraped off, or there's been a lot of birds up there, if you know what I mean. And then over here, it's just got a nice little blue roller to match it. So there you have those. Lastly, we've got our tools and weapons. And if this, there we go, the rock loads in. We've got this beautiful rock, and I think it is quite amazing. Odyssey did an amazing job on it, and it looks like a rock's been sitting there. It has the roots growing up over it, some moss, and then you've got these beautiful little blue glowy mushrooms. And yes, they do actually glow. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick, if it ever turns dark. There we go. They have the faintest, nice little light blue glow, and I think that brings it extra alive. We haven't had any really unique rust rocks for a while, and I think this could be one to fill that gap. Also, while we're here, we'll take a look at the furnace in the dark because I forgot to show you guys that. Oh, fell off. There you go. Next up, we've got a new hatchet from Little Ranger, and I love this. It's part of the Mad Raider set, and the first in his set of tools. It kind of looks like it's made with some razor blades maybe attached there to the front, or maybe just cut for the extra. I don't know, why would you put holes there? Honestly, I'm not an expert on that, but it does definitely look maybe like even a piece of an ice skate welded onto the front of an old hatchet. I don't know. It's definitely looks like it's extra sharp and dangerous. And you know me with my shark faces, I do like that. We've got the 1950s, 40s pinup going on in there, so it's definitely one right up my alley. We also got a sad little face punch guy sitting there on the wrap, so it's definitely a cool little hatchet. I can't wait to see the other part of the set. Next up, another set that everyone's very familiar with is the Phantom set, and I have to say Shedman did an amazing job at making these look properly regal and fancy. You've got this nice padded leather grip and the fancy gold and black that we're all familiar with this set, finished off with some nice red wraps around the handle. Definitely looks like you don't actually want to take this one out there and soil it up. Kind of looks like it belongs on a display case or something. Of course, with that, we've got the pickaxe matching. It's got some nice red on the actual axe itself, which I liked quite a bit. that part could have been painted gold or black, but the fact that it was made red adds a little bit of an extra something to it. I think that sends it over the top. I have to say Shedman did a really great job on these. They're some of the nicest looking pieces in this set, and I'm hoping they have a chance to get in this week. Moving on, we now get to our weapons, starting with this awesome double barrel I wanted to show you guys a little bit ago, but we were just so full of so many good skins that I couldn't squeeze it in. But hey, we got here, and I just absolutely love this shotgun. Camille did a great job on it. It's the Racketeer's double barrel shotgun. Aiming down the sight here, you got the little crossed bones, but no skulls. I know a lot of you guys are like, we're done with skulls. So hey, how about we throw a little bit of hot rod in there? I think that's something everyone can always appreciate. Next, speaking of hot rods and races, we've got a cool python that comes right down the same theme. This python is made by Udad and is the Aviator. So, you know, airplane, racing, hey, stripes, same kind of thing. You get the same idea. Aiming down the sight, you get a red painted sight. Again, not a glow sight. Those are not allowed anymore. Then we've got a really cool design from Teddy, and it's part of a new series he's going to be doing, so I'm actually pretty excited to see that. It is the Toy Commander set, and this is the Python starting it off. He went ahead and took army men and also mixed that with the toy gun idea, you know, the kind of like Nerf look, and he threw his own taste of color on it, and I really, really like it. I know the army man gun thing isn't new. There's skins like that in CSGO and so forth, but this is something that's new to Rust, and I like the fact that he really took it and made it his. This is something very distinguishable, and it's definitely a really nice set. Looking forward to seeing other pieces in it, and hopefully this one gets a chance this week. Next, we've got one last Python from you from Moonfighter. This is the Metal Lord Python, and with the Metal Lord set, you just have that beautiful carved metal. Someone sat there and just really machined it. It looks beautiful, it's sparkly, it's new, and it's, you know, just really nice. And you got the little skull back here. The rest of it's kind of just sleek and clean, and I know a lot of people like the sleek and clean, so that's definitely a plus for those kind of folks there. Next, we've got a sap for you. FaZe took a little bit of a break to do something a little different and fun, and we've got the Neko sap. And of course, if you're wondering, Neko means cat. So there you got that. You got, I believe, the symbol for it right there, but I'm not 100% on that. You've got cute little kitties all around. Aiming down the sight, you've got a nice little mix of colors, and that's the other thing too. The colors of this are just kind of nice and calming. I like the little kitty paw on the trigger. Adds a little extra effect to it there, and I don't know, maybe when you have this gun you might feel nicer not to quite shoot that naked this time. Who knows? Just have to see. Next, we've got a sweet SMG. I love this one. Again, we've got the 1950s kind of look going on. It is the Flyboy SMG from Algorithm, and I believe there's a previous version of this, and this is the kind of version 2. Aiming down the sight, you've got what looks like a jet turbine, which I think is one of my favorite little pieces of it. Again, not a glow sight, but it is painted red to help you kind of get your focus of where you're aiming. I love the colors of it. The clip itself has little bombs going down the whole side, and you can see it says "Go High" right there, which is what's written on the new Scrapcopter that's coming in. So with that all themed, I can't wait to shoot out the window with maybe this SMG. We'll just have to see what Hulk thinks this week. Oh, that's the same one. Moving on, we got a couple Thompsons for you, and this one is from Slimeface, and I believe there is another skin with this similar design that got accepted ages ago, but I might be wrong. It could just be this is a Thompson that was brought back from the past. One way or another, this Winter Hunt Thompson looks really amazing. I love the kind of, I don't even know what to really call it. It's almost like a runic look to, I believe that's a wolf here at the end. And it's just really nice altogether. It's a great little Thompson. Definitely wanted to share it with you guys. Moving on, we've got one last Thompson for you. This one's a little bit more on the ancient and fancy side. We've got the Drug Lord Thompson by Anathan. And this definitely looks like something Al Capone might have actually used in Scarface if there was a drum magazine on it. Still waiting for that drum magazine, Hulk. One day, maybe we'll get that attachment. Next up, we've got almost a full row of AKs for you guys, but hey, that seems to be the most popular thing. We've got this really awesome AK. It's got this graffiti style artwork on it, and I think Duck did an amazing job. Now, Duck doesn't have an accepted skin yet, so I would really love to see this be his first one. It's absolutely amazing. It's gotten great feedback on Twitter and everything. I just love the little sushis that are on here when you aim down the sight, and just the little cut up octopus looks amazing, and it fits to have its name as the Sushi King AK. Next, we've got a continuation in the Diesel set with the Diesel AK. It's got a little tag up there that says Marexo and then Diesel written, but it's kind of fading. This thing has seen a lot of work and wear and tear. Aiming down the sight, you have the caution radioactive symbol. And yeah, it's got the stockless version. I don't know if there's a stocked one, I didn't see, but I think it honestly looks great as stockless. And since its counterpart is the only stockless SAR, I would say it'd be kind of cool to keep this set as a stockless set. But who knows, we'll just have to see how Hulk feels about that. Next, we've got an AK you guys have been blowing up my inboxes about, and don't worry, it's been on my list. We've just had a lot going on, and I personally also love this AK myself. It is the Neon Chaos AK from Sensei to go along with the Neon Chaos set. You've got this crazy skull, and honestly, this looks like something the Joker would wield. It's absolutely just crazy and shiny and metallic. Aiming down the sides, you've got the Anarchy symbol and some nice shiny metallic paint and race stripes going right there for your race checkers, I should say. I like that it has some studs on it, and the whole thing is just absolutely kind of a crazy AK, and I think that's why we need something like this. Next, we've got the AK, yet another stockless one that matches the garage door we showed you, and this is the continuation of the set, like I mentioned, from Kazdor. I think he's done an awesome job on this. It's a really scrappy AK, and it's very different. I don't think we really have an AK that honestly looks like this in game. The Gearlord has a similar idea, but not quite the same look. It's very different, in fact. So it's definitely one I'd like. I love the little gauge on it, too. It's something that kind of reminds me of Metro in a way, and I definitely love the look there. Aiming down the sight, you've got 3 kind of not very well placed screws, but hey, as long as it holds together enough to kill, right? That's all that matters. So we can definitely see how this one is an awesome and very unique AK there. Lastly, speaking of uniqueness, Vase has brought us the Desert Fox AK, possibly part of a new set since we have Frost Wolf. I would see Desert Fox as being something else. I think he's done an amazing job on it. You can tell he took the extra time to put the extra work into it, and it's absolutely cool looking. Aiming down the sight, you've got your fox paw and a splash of random colors all around. It's definitely got that nice deserty feel to it. Definitely a unique AK for sure. Next, and almost all the way done, we've got a continuation in the Cobalt set. A lot of you seem to like the SAR, so Phi has continued and made the Cobalt LR300. I can't speak today, guys. A lot of skins, we're getting late, and it's just stumbling out of my mouth. But we've got the Cobalt LR. There is a stocked and stockless version. I decided to show the stockless just because, I don't know, it's just more unique. So go ahead and aim down the sight there. You've got the little Cobalt logo as well as the painted red sight between the blue and the white. It looks battle torn and beat up, and I love the plating on the side. It looks just like the plating from the rocket, which of course is why it looks like that. And lastly, we've got an LR for you here. This one is also from Sensei this week, and it's very unique. It kind of has a very like industrial look to it, but it's been found by maybe, I don't know, a raider or a hoarder or some kind of thing. They upgraded it with its own kind of custom looks. It's got a polymer grip on it, but you know, it looks like it's seen some wear and tear from, you know, some battle, and then you've got a wooden grip on it, which is very different for the LRs. So this one's definitely very unique. I love the look of it, and I wanted to make sure to show it to you guys for sure this week. But we're gonna end with a rocket launcher, and it is the return of an older skin that a lot of people liked. Bad Trip went and remade this crazy big boy. This is the Sea Monster rocket launcher. As you can see, it's got a big old shark drawn on the side of it, and he's got like a life preserver around for the front part there, and the whole thing is just crazy and cool looking. I love the look of it. Aiming down the sight, you got a little bit of that life preserver ring, and then the big old compass drawn on the back. This is definitely a fun rocket launcher skin, and hey, when you're blowing something up, why not just have fun? You're gonna be loud anyways. Who cares how bright your skin is, right? Well, guys, that's gonna do it for this week. I hope you enjoyed checking out the skins with me, and of course, we'll be back on Thursday to show you which ones actually make it in. Sound off with your comments down in the section below. If you have any kind of feedback, I'll try to get to the right people, or just tell me which ones you like the most, because, well, honestly, that helps me make my choices in the future. So that's gonna do it, guys. I hope you have a good one. Thanks for watching.